All right, ladies and gentlemen, or actually just gentlemen. I don't think there are any ladies here at the moment, but they'll if they do show up, they'll come later on, I guess. I posted in the Google Classroom 3 assignments where I need you guys to submit notes on the videos that you're watching. And this is what you guys are seeing. Let me see here. So the posting was made this morning. Okay. The first one here, as I am pointing to, okay, this is the new weekly overview. Okay, so let's take a look at this first. Okay. So this weekly overview, okay, it states the learning targets for this week. Okay, so what we're going to try to do this week is we are going to look at trigonometry again, and concepts of similarity, and we are going to be working on more involved problems. In particular, solving triangle problems with overlapping triangles or overlapping shapes. And then the second learning target is to apply concepts of complementary angles for sine and cosine. So those are the 2 main learning targets for this week. What I need you to do, okay, if you have not done so already, click on this file here. I want to click on it so that you guys can see it. This is the pacing schedule for this week. And very similar to last week, okay, there are some exercises as well as some videos that I need you all to work on. Okay, there are 3 videos that I need you to not 3. There are a total of 5 videos that I need you to take notes on. These 2 right here, okay, trig challenge problem, verify identities, and trig challenge problem, trig values, and side ratios. Okay, these two videos, I need you to watch those 2 together and then take notes together. Okay, and then you're going to submit both of these notes into one assignment. Over here, there are 2 other videos that I need you to watch. And again, you're going to take notes on these 2 videos and then submit them as one assignment. And then the last video over here, okay, you're going to watch that one, take notes on it, and you're going to submit that as the 3rd assignment. Okay, so there are a total of 3 assignments that I need you to submit this week. Okay, as far as like notes. And then there are 2 exercises. One is exercise on right triangle word problems, and another is a quiz. Even though it's labeled as a quiz right here, this is not treated as a quiz. Okay, again, it's treated as an exercise. So get it done, and then you'll get the credit for it. So during office hours today, what I will do is go through the first exercise here, which is right triangle word problems. This guy right here. Okay, so that's what I want to do.
Okay. Wait, didn't we do similarity like before, or was it different?
We did do similarity before, but those similarity, they were like foundational. They were like practice, okay, for more challenging problems that are forthcoming. Okay, so you are applying those concepts that we've covered, okay, but this time in slightly different settings, okay, slightly more challenging settings. So that's the logic. Okay.
Okay, got it.
And what I want to show you guys over here, yes, this is the weekly overview. So read that at your own pace, okay, when you get a chance. I'm going to go back over here. And you know what I was saying before about the note-taking assignments? There were 3 of them, right? So the first one right here, okay, it says notes of videos from Khan Academy, 1 of 3. Okay, and please, when you are uploading the notes, just make sure that it corresponds to the right assignment. Okay, so it should say so one of 3. Okay, So 1 of 3. What does that mean, 1 of 3? If I go back over here, right, and you look at this, I'm talking about these 2 videos right here. Everyone cool with that? Whoops. I'm talking about these 2, this video, 1 and 1. Does that make sense? Okay. So these 2 videos together, okay, comprise of the notes that you are taking, okay, for this assignment, which is 1 of 3, okay. And then again,
Right.
these two assignments right here, or these 2 videos right here, okay, they comprise of the second assignment. This is going to be 2 of 3, and then the last one here will be 3 of 3. You guys have any questions for me before I go on?
So on all the videos, are we supposed to take notes about it, or some we can combine together?
So you are combining some together. Which are you combining over here for the first assignment?
Trig challenge problem, verify identities, and trig challenge problem, trig values, and the side
That's
ratio.
it. So those 2 videos will form the first of 3 note-taking assignments that you are going to submit here. Cool?
Okay. They're all due by the end of this week, right?
So I've placed due dates on this, okay? So the first assignment right here, which is due, which is 1 of 3, that's due April 28th. That's tomorrow. So after we're done with like office hours, okay, I want you to go and watch this on your watch the videos on your own and take notes on it. Each of those videos lasts for like 4 minutes, I think. Okay, so if you watch it and you're taking notes, it shouldn't take you any more than like, let's say, 15 minutes, okay, in total. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sure.
You got it.
Okay, so again, I've listed that out here, and just look at it at your own pace, okay, when you get a chance. If what I'm saying here doesn't make much sense, then you can always email me and ask clarifying questions, okay? Okay, so I will go into Khan Academy and work with you guys that first exercise right here, this guy right here, okay? All right, so do you guys have Khan Academy? Are you guys logged into Khan Academy yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll log into it right now. Just wait a quick moment. Khan Academy.
So wait, right triangle word problems, is that what I put in for Control F?
Got it.
So that is what you are looking for. That is the assignment that you are going to look for this week. Okay. So I'm going to go and look for it right now. Okay. This is what you are going to be doing, right? So so I'm looking at this. Okay. I'm gonna hit next once. Whoops. So you're gonna hit next once.
You have a very nice
Right.
screen, Mr. Chan. I like the yellow. Makes it look
3,
nice.
4, 5, and I think one more time,
6.
6. Right?
It's like at
So-
the bottom of the page. I just got there.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I think it's at the bottom of the page. I actually just got to that video.
Let me see here.
Wait, it's supposed to be an exercise.
It's supposed to be an exercise. Right
Okay,
triangle word problems.
All right then.
Right triangle word problems. Let me see here. Right triangle word problems.
Well, I see right angle trigonometry word problems.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah, that's what it's actually called. So
Okay, so I think I made a mistake then. It should say right triangle trigonometry word problems. So let me fix that for you now. Right triangle
power of Control F.
word problems. Okay, so that's what we're supposed to be on. You're supposed to click next 6 times, okay, before you'll reach it. So right triangle trigonometry word problems. Let's go
Already
into it.
done, actually.
You finished it already, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're fast, Chris. You're really fast.
Okay, so we have this right here. Okay. What I'm going to do right now, okay, we're going to, let's read through this. Maybe Ty, can you read the problem for us?
Sure. A man in black agent is standing at ground level 18 meters from across the street, aiming his laser gun at the alien. At what angle in degrees should the agent shoot his laser gun? Round your answer to the nearest tenth.
Okay, thank you. So we're looking for this question mark that's on over here, okay? And there's a person over here that's out on this dot, and he's shooting something all the way up to the tip of that skyscraper, okay? And you're given this horizontal, and you're given that vertical. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna give you guys like maybe a minute, and I'm gonna time you guys, okay? I think you guys have enough foundational understanding, okay, to go through this. So I want you to try and go through this on your own first. I'll give you guys 1 minute, okay? Go ahead.
Sure.
So I'm going to switch over my screen to my tablet. So if you don't have Khan Academy right now, you should get there, okay? Because I'm going to present on my tablet shortly.
Mr. Chan, a good first step would be to establish which trig ratio to use, right?
That's exactly the approach. You will need to decide based on the information that's given and based on the angle that you're trying to look for, whether or not you should use sine, cosine, or tangent.
I already know.
Same here.
Wait, which one are we doing right now? We are doing.
The one with it's the triangle is 443. Legs are 443 and 18, and the dot is a question mark by the hypotenuse.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, I've seen this before. This was in a Khan Academy video. I find it pretty funny. Maybe the agent is Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we got the opportunity to look at it on our own, let's talk about this together. Okay, in algebra and geometry, it is always advantageous to name the things that you do not know. Okay, name the things that you do not understand outright. Okay, and then from there try to work backwards from it. That is like the main philosophy of like algebra, of any type of like math problem. So this question mark, okay, what do we normally call an unknown angle?
Theta.
Theta, that's right. So this is theta.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
correct.
so that's what we're going to call it. We don't know that angle. We're looking for that angle. Okay. Chris, can you do me a favor? 443. Is this side here facing angle theta, or is it next to angle theta?
.443.
Yeah, is it
That's
facing
opposite.
angle theta, or is it next to angle theta? When I say facing, I mean like, is it opposite of it?
Yeah, it's opposite.
It is opposite of it, right? So 443 is opposite of it. It's facing it, okay? So 443 is opposite. I'm just going to name that out right, okay? So 443 is opposite. Michael, 18, is that next to angle theta or is that facing angle theta?
Next to.
It's next to, okay? And a synonym for next to is adjacent to, okay?
Yes.
So that's why we call that adjacent. So side 18 is adjacent. So we're dealing with opposite.
Function.
So we're dealing with opposite to adjacent. We're dealing with opposite to adjacent. Kelvin, you were so good at this last week. Can you tell us which trig ratio, sine, cosine, or tangent, involves opposite over adjacent?
I have it memorized.
10.
Tan, that's
Tangent.
right. So we're going to say tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So opposite here is 443 over 18. Tangent of theta is equal to 443 over 18. And then last week, okay, this was the new concept from last week. We needed to figure out what the actual angle was, right? So how can we figure out the angle? We needed to, knowing that we're dealing with a tangent here, we applied something. The word I'm fishing for starts with the letter I.
Inverse?
Yes, it is related to arc.
Inverse, isn't it?
So the word I'm fishing for starts with the letter I. That word is, does anyone remember?
Inverse.
It is the inverse. That's right. We're going to apply the inverse.
Tangent.
We're going to apply the inverse. And what does it mean to apply the inverse? Well, if this gives us a ratio, if tangent of theta gives us a ratio, then the inverse of it will give us the angle. Okay? So that's what it means to apply the inverse. Okay? So the inverse function is going to be, like Michael said, the arc function. So we're going to say arc tangent, right? That -1, tangent to the -1, right? It's not an exponent, okay? The way we read this is arctan. Arctan of 443 over 18 will give us an angle. Okay? So again, the way we read this is arctangent. This is arctan. Okay? This is arctangent. I'll write it a little nicer. This is arctangent. And then if you don't have your calculator out already, I need you to take out your calculator, okay? So everyone grab your calculators. Everyone have their calculators handy?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So when you go to your graphing calculator, you're going to, how do I retrieve the arctan function from the calculator? Does anyone remember from last week?
You go to second or shift or whatever.
Yep, you press second.
And then you press 10, which will give you
Excellent.
10
and that calls up that inverse function. So you type in arctan 443 divided by 18. And you press enter. And you should get 87.673. Now, if you ended up with a different number, okay, that's because your graphing calculator is in a wrong setting, okay? So to put it in the right setting, right, does anyone remember what we have to do? I mean, I talked about this last week, but just a quick reminder again. How do we ensure? Say that again, Chris.
Set it to degrees.
And how do we do that? What do I press to set this thing in degrees?
Mode.
That's right. So right next to the second button, there's a mode button. So you're going to hit that. And then on the third row, you're going to see radian and degree. You want to select degree, okay? Make sure that the degree here is highlighted and you press enter. If it's not, you'll end up with a different answer, and it's not going to match the correct answer setting that you would like, okay? So the answer is 87.673. What are
Round
we
to the nearest
moving
tenth.
to?
Nearest 10th.
Nearest 10th. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. So if it's 86, I'm sorry, it was 87.67. What is that to the nearest 10th then, Ty?
87.7.
87.7. All right, so you're going to go over here, go into Khan Academy, and you're going to type in 87.7. And please do that now.
Tony 2 already did it.
All right, cool. Everyone have it?
Wait, hang on.
Yep.
What was the answer?
87.7.
Mr. Chan,
What's up, gentlemen?
what's up? I've just been listening in. So I finished watching one of the videos, and then I'm gonna take notes on the other ones today.
Good. Yes.
Okay. Thank
Did you do this assignment that we're currently working on?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. That's great.
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Okay, cool.
I finished it too.
Oh, you did, Calvin?
Yeah, I had done this already.
Awesome.
Finished it ages ago.
You finished ages ago, Chris?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't hurt to do a review.
I appreciate that, Calvin.
All right,
So-
thank you, Mr. Chan. See you soon.
So let's take a look at the next example here. I am going to do a present screen. Or actually, I'm going to stop presenting this guy. Hold on. Give me a second here. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this. Okay. I'm going to do a present screen. Let's see. Hold on. No. I don't know how to get this screen back on, but are you guys looking at the second question right now?
I see it. Yeah.
You see the second question. Okay, so what?
No, I'm on my screen. I'm not on the chat. I have it open on another tab.
You have it open on the other tab. So let me see here. How can I?
Are you trying to share on your computer?
I am trying to share on my computer and not on my tablet,
Oh, okay.
which is I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. Give me a second.
Too
here.
bad you don't have Drost around with you. It would be a
I
great
know.
now.
Is it on incognito?
It is on. Is my laptop in incognito?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's the one with the yellow screen, right?
I'm not sure. Would that make a difference there, Ty?
It might. Yeah.
Okay, so let me do this. Okay.
Where is your presentation on?
Okay, so now
That
I'm
was-
back presenting. Okay. So now I'm presenting on
Great.
the laptop. Okay. So everyone
There
here,
we
let's
go.
take a look at this guy.
Perfect.
Okay. Michael, can you read this for us?
Archimedes went to sleep beside a big rock. He wanted to get up at 8 a.m., but the alarm clock was yet to be invented. He decided to sleep at the spot where the rock's shadow should end when it's 8 a.m. so as to be awakened by the direct sunlight. Archimedes knew at 8 a.m. the sunlight reaches the ground at an angle of 43 degrees. The rock beside which he slept was 7 meters tall. How far from the rock did Archimedes go to sleep? Round your final answer to the nearest hundredth.
Okay, so I want to assume spot here represents Archimedes' head. Okay. So he's going to sleep like, horizontally there. So we want to figure out what this horizontal length is. Everyone clear with that? What this question is asking for?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have vertical, which is the 7. Okay, and then we have this horizontal here, and you're given this angle of 43 degrees. So let's see what we can do to figure this out. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go back to my tablet, and I'm gonna do a share screen over here. Okay. And what we're looking at is this triangle that looks like this. So the rock there, okay, it's excess information. Do you guys realize that? Like this rectangle that I drew here, like it's really not that important to the situation, okay? But it's there. But you know what? For our purpose, I'm just going to get rid of it, just to make it easier looking. So we have 7 right here. We have 43. We want to figure out how far is his head away from the rock, right? So we're looking for this length right there. Okay. So this unknown length, let me see. Ricardo, can you give me a letter to represent that horizontal?
F.
M?
F.
Okay. Ricardo, is M
No, F. I said F.
40?
The letter F. F.
F. Okay. Ricardo, is F opposite of 43 or is it adjacent of 43?
F is adjacent to 43 through the 43-degree angle.
And what about 7?
7 is opposite to that angle.
Awesome. So because we're dealing with opposite and we're dealing with adjacent, Kian, which trig ratio are we dealing with here?
This would have to be this would be cosine.
This would try again. We're dealing with opposite to adjacent.
Oh, tangent.
Tangent. That's it. Okay, so we're going to set this up. Okay, so opposite over adjacent is 7 over f. This would equal to tangent of which angle? Michael, tangent of which angle?
Tangent of angle theta.
Which is what?
7. The right angle?
No.
It's
The
never
one
the
above
right
it.
angle.
Which
It's
is what?
highlighted.
43.
That's it.
Okay,
Tangent
thank you.
43. So you're going to figure out what this is, okay? So we're going to figure out what this is, okay? Tangent of 43. Now, I remember last week, Diana said, we can do this all in one step, or you can do this in multiple steps, okay? Whichever is to your liking, okay? For myself, okay, and for you guys who are learning this, first time around, okay, let's do it in multiple steps, one step at a time. Tangent of 43. We're going to figure out what that is. You're going to punch that into your calculator. So I want to go over here in my graphing calculator, and I'm going to actually figure out what tangent of 43 is. And you press enter. And this turns out to be 0.9325. So I have 0.9325. And on the left-hand side, I have 7 over f. What are we going to do at this point? How do we isolate f? Does anyone here know?
I do. Multiply by 1/7.
Multiply by 1/7? Okay. So if we multiply by 1/7, both sides, right?
Yeah.
If we do that, multiply by 1/7, and over here, we're going to multiply by 1/7. Kai, can you tell us what will happen to the left-hand side?
Left-hand side will give you 1.332.
The left-hand side or the right-hand side?
The left-hand side it's that's 0.9325 times 1/7. That will give you 1.332. Oh no, on your side, that's the right side. Yeah, on your side.
That's the right side. And what about the left-hand side?
Oh, that'll just give you if you multiply that, it'll be 1 times 7 and over 7 times f. So that'll give you, and then 7 cancel that out to give you f.
1 over f. That will give you 1 over f. Right? So I think you may have gotten this number here. 0.9325 if I multiply that by 1/7, right? 0.9325 multiply that by 1/7. I should end up with this 0.1332. Was that what you said before?
Yeah.
Okay, then I may have misheard then. So it's 0.1332. Okay, and then what do we do from here to figure out what f is?
Can we multiply both sides by f and then try to do 9th grade algebra?
Sure, you can definitely do that. Okay, we can multiply both sides by f, and if we do that, we'll end up with 1 is equal to
0.1332 f.
F. And then, but we still need to isolate f, right? What do we do then?
Divide.
Divide by what?
Both sides. Divide by 0.1332.
So f will end up equaling to 1 divided by 0.1332, which is 7.5075.
Can we put 7.51?
And what are we supposed to round our answer to?
Nearest hundredth.
Okay, so what would that be then?
7.51.
That's it. So let's enter that in. Cool. All right. So I'm going to jump out of this. I'm going to stop presenting on my tablet, and I'm going to do this again. Stop presenting.
So it's 75, right? 50 point. What was the answer?
Right.
Again? What was the answer again? 50.
7.51.
7.
With questions like that, when there's a variable at the bottom, I just multiply both sides by the variable and then divide.
That would have been suffice as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the third one here. Okay, we're almost there. We're like halfway through. Let's take a look at this guy. It says Bugs Bunny, or actually, maybe Chris, can you read for us?
Bugs Bunny was 33 meters below ground, digging his way toward Pismo Beach. When he realized he wanted to be above ground, he turned and dug through the dirt diagonally for 80 meters until he was above ground. What is the angle of elevation in degrees of Bugs Bunny's climb? Okay. Round your answer to the nearest tenth.
Thank you for that. So what we're gonna do is, again, I'm quickly drawing this triangle out, and you should too if you have paper and pencil handy. I'm drawing this on my tablet at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick share screen again. Let's go over here. Okay. So this is a situation, okay? We're trying to figure out what the unknown angle is, okay? Provided that we have those two side lengths. So who can tell me what this is? The side length 33, okay? Kelvin, is side length 33 opposite of theta or is it adjacent to theta? Like, is it facing theta or is it next to theta?
Opposite.
It is opposite. That's right. So it's opposite of theta. 33 is opposite. Michael, is 80 the adjacent side or is it the hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse.
It is the hypotenuse. Kian, since we have opposite to hypotenuse, what is this? Is this sine, cosine, or tangent?
Sine.
This is indeed sine. So we're going to say sine of theta is equal to 33 over 80. And Ricardo, in order for us to figure out what the unknown angle is, are we going to use the inverse of sine or are we not going to use the inverse of sine?
We're going to use the inverse of sine.
We are indeed going to use the inverse of sine, okay? Does anyone here know how to actually apply the inverse of sine here?
Second sine.
Yeah, so it's arc sine. Michael, can you tell us of what?
33 over 80.
And that will give us theta then, okay? So again, we're going to just punch that into the calculator. Arc sine of 33 over 80. Whoops, not this.
Mr. Chan, is it true that the result of an exponent can never be negative?
Say that one more time.
Is it true that the result of an exponent can never be negative?
The result of an exponential equation can never be negative?
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, it depends on what the setup of the exponential equation is.
Oh.
All right, so back to this problem here. Okay, what should the angle be? What are we rounding to?
Nearest tenth.
Nearest tenth. So what would that be, Ty?
24.4.
24.4. Let's enter that in. 24.4. Okay.
It's 24.4?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me punch it in. 24.4.
I'm going to stop screen here.
Got it.
And I'm going to resume share screen here. I'm going to resume share screen. We're in the home stretch. The last one.
Hooray.
Okay. Kian, can you read the problem for us?
Sure. Galileo wanted to release a wooden ball and an iron ball from a height of 100 meters and measure the duration of their fall. He found a plane with an incline of 12 degrees that he could climb until he could get to an altitude of 100 meters. How far should Galileo walk up the inclined plane? On your final answer to the nearest hundredth.
So in this problem here, what are we looking for? Are we looking for the horizontal or are we looking for the hypotenuse? What do you guys think?
Maybe hypotenuse.
It certainly does look that way, doesn't it? Right?
Yep.
We're looking for how far up that plank, right? Is that what it says here, the terminology? Let me see here. How far should Galileo walk up the inclined plane? Yep,
it's hypotenuse.
So we're going to look for the hypotenuse, okay? So we're given that this that the height of this inclined plane is 100, and we're going to try to figure out what that hypotenuse is, okay? So in this case right here, I'm going to flip over to the tablet now. Let me see here. Present. So this is what we're looking at, okay? And like I said, we're looking for the hypotenuse. This is the last question. Ty, can you give us a letter for the hypotenuse?
Y.
Thank you for that. So because we're trying to figure out what the hypotenuse is, and Ty, since you started this off, what is 100 right here? Is this the opposite or is the adjacent side? So 12 degrees.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
It is opposite.
It is indeed the opposite side. Opposite to hypotenuse. What is that?
Opposite to hypotenuse, that would be sine.
That would be indeed sine. So we're going to say sine of 12 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now you could do this all in one step, punching into the calculator. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, unlike that previous problem where I did it out in steps. Okay, let's try to treat this guy right here, sine of 12. Okay, even though it looks really abstract, we understand that this represents a number, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to treat that as a number then, okay? So we're going to multiply both sides by y first, okay?
Yeah.
And if I do that, okay, what will I end up with, Chris?
Y sine 12.
That's it. Y times sine of 12 is equal to 100.
Will it give
Correct.
us the same answer?
It will give you exactly the same answer. It will be less button pressing on the calculator by doing it this way.
Yeah, I just punched that into the calculator.
Okay. Chris,
So we
while
just
you're at it, can you tell us what we do next to isolate y?
Divide both sides by sine 12.
That's it. We're going to divide both sides by sine 12. So we'll end up with y is equal to 100 over sine of 12. And what you're going to do, okay, this is all you need to enter into the calculator. Do you guys see how this can be potentially easier?
Yeah.
Than doing it the other way, right?
Yeah.
Where we have to figure out everything out in steps.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's less button pressing, as you said.
So we're going to go over here. We're going to do 100 divided by sine of 12. And we get 480.97. And what are we supposed to round this thing to?
100th, I believe.
The nearest
480.98.
No,
Actually,
97.
It's 97.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, you're right. For 80.97, right?
That's it.
What?
Got it.
Okay.
All correct.
All right. So I'm going to stop presenting my screen over here and I'll get back onto the laptop. And I'm going to go back over here. All right. So that's the assignment. Well, one of two Khan Academy's like submissions they have to do this week. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about this?
I did it like last.
No.
Kian's like, I am so ahead of the ball curve here.
Is it the same like last time? Are we submitting the notes? Or
Say that again. I'm sorry.
are we still submitting the notes like last time?
You are, but this time around, okay. You're doing 3 submissions, okay. Each submission, okay. Some of them will have like 2 videos that you need to watch that you need to submit notes for. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, no.
No? All right. So I am going to do a share screen again. So one more time. Not this. Okay. This document right here, okay, can be found in that weekly overview, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can see here, do you see this row right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this video And this video, you're going to take notes on, okay? And you're going to submit this as one note-taking assignment. Does that make sense there, Calvin?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then over here, this one and this one together, you're going to submit that as the second note-taking assignment.
Got
And
it.
then this one right here, okay, this one video, okay, is going to be the third note-taking assignment. This one only has one video.
Got it.
Cool? Okay. Any questions?
So the ones due on like one date, like that is due. We are supposed to combine those, right? Like the two videos due tomorrow and the two videos due on Wednesday, right?
Yes, you're combining them. You're combining
Oh,
them into
okay.
one note-taking assignment, and you're submitting that into one of three. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then
Gotcha.
the next one, okay, again, there are two videos that you're taking, and you're submitting that into one note-taking assignment, and you're putting that into two of three. And then the third one, you're taking notes on one video, and you're submitting that into three of three.
Right.
Okay? All right. So I'm going to stop here, okay, because I need to get ready for Family Circle, and you guys should too, okay?
Yep.
Okay then.
Yep.
All right. To be continued. Have a great day, guys.
Take care.
Thanks for your help.
No problem,
Bye.
Calvin. Talk to you later.
Bye.
All right.